Hazel's my constituency MP, and ever since I moved into this constituency, she's been, I've really been struck by how much she supports everyone in the constituency, from the young people through women, through all the older members. She's really on side with everyone who really wants to make a difference in their communities, and she's really community-based and really kind of true to her roots as well.
I'm supporting Hazel because she's down to earth and clear-sighted. She cares as much about the small things as the big things, and that's so important as a politician because it's so much about people's local lives.
And one of the great things about Hazel is that she's a can-do person. I mean, she never says you can't do it, she can do it. And she's optimistic about people, she's optimistic about the role of communities, and how if we give more powers to communities themselves can do much to put right problems we have in our society.
She's got strong Labour Party background, and she's a great campaigner. I think that's what you need in a deputy leader, someone who's going to bring all parts, strands of opinion in the party together and make us work hard for the next general election.
We need a strong female influence at the top of the party. We need to have more women more intrinsically involved with the real big decisions and the most important things that happen at the top of the party. Make sure that we've got real kind of gender democracy across the Labour Party. I think that's really important, and I think Hazel can bring that to the Labour Party and push us forward in that way.
I think she's got the commitment, she's got the passion, she's got the drive and enthusiasm, and I think she can relate to everyone, from someone who's small, to someone who's tall, to someone who's 20 years old, to someone who's 50 years old, and I think she's the right woman for the job and the right person for the job.
I think Hazel has a great deal of energy to listen to the voice of the party and make sure that's heard throughout government.
Well, I think Hazel is just so enthusiastic about the Labour Party and about the success of the Labour government. And what we need in a deputy leader is somebody who can give us a real shot in the arm so that we can go out there, knock on doors confidently and say, these are the things that I'm proud of that our Labour government has done.
I've worked with Hazel a very long time. I found her to be a woman of very strong principles, very dynamic, very inspiring.
I think she will do it in a way that's in tune with her personality. She's friendly, warm, and she's interested in people, and sometimes, surprisingly, that's difficult to find.
I'm supporting Hazel because I think she's a candidate that's going to be able to rejuvenate the party from the inside, but also look outwards at winning the next election, and I think she's the one that's best equipped to do both of those things. And I also think that Hazel's really in touch with sort of ordinary working people, and that's what she's got in her heart and in her mind all the time, and that's why I think that she's the best candidate.
But I think she's just always enthusiastic, and she can bring people along in a team, make them feel part of the Labour Party, make them feel part of the project, make them feel as though it's their government and it's their successes in government, and that we're all part of that same team.
She's tough, but she's also personable. You get to know her, and I think she's a really nice lady.
Hazel has a passion for justice and for fairness and for the poorest in our communities. And I think that passion is really important.
Her energy, her enthusiasm, the fact that she's in touch with her roots, her passion.
I think she's got a great deal of obviously energy and commitment. She's true to her roots, and she's a very good role model for women.
She's a bit of a dynamo, and I think that's really important too. To have that at the top of the party as well. I think that's really important.
She's incredibly energetic. I think that's the main thing. I think that's what everyone talks about. But she's also really in touch with local people, people who aren't even members of the Labour Party.
She's enthusiastic. She's committed. I think with Hazel it's about commitment and not just a career. She's someone who's really she's got the driving force behind it, and I've got 100% faith that when we get her elected as deputy leader, she'll do the job as best she can.
And as soon as Hazel was standing, there was no question in my mind she's going to be the best. Always been a friend of Hazel for many years now. She understands the importance of politics to ordinary people in areas like this, and she understands it because she's one of us. So Hazel, I'm backing Hazel, no two ways about that. And with Hazel, we're going to win the next general election.
Well, she's a fantastic campaigner, and she doesn't just talk about campaigning. She gets out and does it herself, and she's one of those people. She'll never ask party members to do something she's not prepared to do herself, and I think that's really important for our next deputy leader. The other part of it, of course, is I've worked with Hazel in the Home Office as a minister. She's got that experience, the Home Office, the Department of Health, and some of the toughest jobs in government, and she has that experience, but she also knows where the challenges still remain, and we have to be looking forward to build on our success but tackle those challenges ahead. And I just think she's the real deal. She's the full package, and everyone get out there and support her for the deputy leader. She'll be terrific.